Something has been weighing on me regarding the state of the Indianapolis Colts, and we need to talk about it because the franchise is reportedly considering a move for veteran receiver Stefon Diggs. Following the trade of Michael Pittman Jr. to Pittsburgh, the team needs a reliable target, and the front office is weighing Diggs despite his ongoing legal challenges. It is a massive risk that clashes with the culture Chris Ballard usually builds, yet the talent fits a desperate need. The more details emerge, the harder it is to ignore what is really happening behind the scenes. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your name and city in the comments. Let us get into it. The Indianapolis Colts find themselves at a major crossroads this offseason following the departure of wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr., who was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers back in March. This move was executed primarily to clear $24 million in salary cap space, allowing the team to re-sign Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce. For those of us who have followed this team for years, Pittman represented a reliable cornerstone of our offense, and his absence leaves a significant production void that the front office must address. The truth is, we are now looking at a roster lacking that singular veteran presence needed to elevate our younger pass catchers. Among the potential free agent options, former New England Patriots receiver Stefon Diggs has emerged as a compelling, albeit complicated, candidate. Despite being 32 years old, Diggs remained highly productive last season, leading the Patriots with 85 catches, 102 targets, and 1,013 receiving yards. While his ongoing legal issues invite valid concern, our front office has shown a willingness to investigate players with troubled backgrounds, as evidenced by their previous interest in Terrion Arnold. Spotrac currently values Diggs at $13 million annually, and his ability to operate both in the slot and out wide would provide Shane Steichen with a versatile weapon that our current depth chart of Ashton Dulin, Nick Westbrook-Ikine, and rookie Dion Burks simply cannot match. Fans are rightfully torn between the desire for immediate offensive firepower and the hesitation surrounding the off-field baggage that follows a player like Diggs. With the season fast approaching, we have to wonder if general manager Chris Ballard is prepared to gamble on such a high-stakes personality to solidify our wide receiver core. Or will he hold firm and trust the existing committee to produce the results we desperately need in a critical year? The most shocking aspect of this entire situation is that Indianapolis actually displayed genuine interest in cornerback Terrion Arnold, who currently faces 8 felony charges including kidnapping and armed robbery. This willingness to overlook severe legal red flags changes everything regarding how we perceive Chris Ballard and his front office strategy toward high-profile free agents like Stefon Diggs. After trading Michael Pittman Jr. to the Pittsburgh Steelers to clear $24 million in cap space, the team is now forced to operate without their most reliable target from recent years. Think about it this way. While the legal haze surrounding Diggs is admittedly uncomfortable, Ballard clearly prioritizes talent acquisition despite external controversy when he believes the reward outweighs the risk. We need to look at the hard production numbers because, even at 32 years old, Diggs recorded 85 catches on 102 targets for 1,013 yards during his successful campaign with the New England Patriots last season. This kind of consistent output is exactly what Shane Steichen requires to keep this offense humming at a high level alongside Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, and Tyler Warren. Spotrac values the veteran at approximately $13 million annually, a figure that is manageable given the financial flexibility we created this past March. Historical precedent suggests our coaching staff excels at integrating versatile chess pieces into their scheme, as Diggs proved last year by logging 305 snaps in the slot and 270 snaps out wide. Relying on Ashton Dulin, Nick Westbrook-Ikine, or rookie Dion Burks to replace Pittman feels like a gamble we cannot afford to take during such a pivotal campaign. If our front office is already comfortable evaluating players involved in major legal proceedings, then bringing in a proven playmaker like Diggs is not just a possibility, but perhaps the smartest move remaining to stabilize our receiving core for the upcoming season. The departure of Michael Pittman Jr. creates a massive void that we simply cannot afford to ignore as we look toward the upcoming season. With $24 million in cap space secured, our front office has reached a crossroads where the urgency to remain competitive has never been higher. Replacing a high-volume target is not merely a personnel adjustment. It is a fundamental shift in how Shane Steichen will design his offensive attack. While internal options like Ashton Doolin and Nick Westbrook-Ikine provide depth, they do not possess the proven production of a veteran like Stefon Diggs. The bottom line here is that adding a player who recorded 85 catches and 1,013 yards last year provides the reliable insurance policy required to support Alec Pierce and Josh Downs. Securing a talent like Diggs on a one-year deal worth approximately $13 million per spot rack would drastically solidify our rotation before we face the gauntlet of the AFC South. Our division rivals, particularly the Houston Texans, are constantly looking for ways to exploit our secondary and limit our passing game. Without a clear WR1, we risk becoming predictable in critical matchups where one big play dictates the final score. Bringing in a professional who understands how to operate from both the slot and the perimeter turns a potential liability into a flexible, multidimensional threat. If our organization is willing to scout players with complex legal backgrounds, as evidenced by their interest in Terrion Arnold, then looking at a veteran like Diggs is a calculated gamble that could elevate our playoff ceiling significantly. We need to be aggressive to maintain our standing in the conference, and investing in a battle-tested playmaker is the smartest way to ensure our offense continues to thrive despite the significant changes we have endured this offseason. The potential addition of Stefon Diggs to our roster represents a complex gamble that carries significant weight for our success this season. On the positive side, acquiring a proven veteran like Diggs offers an immediate boost to a receiving core currently lacking a clear WR1 after the departure of Michael Pittman Jr. While he is now 32 years old, his recent production with the New England Patriots, including 85 catches for 1,013 yards, demonstrates he remains a high-level contributor who can operate effectively both in the slot and out wide. His ability to act as a movable chess piece would give Shane Steichen a sophisticated tool to manipulate defenses, far exceeding the current internal options like Ashton Doolin or Nick Westbrook-Ikine. However, we must address the glaring risks involved. Diggs is currently navigating a civil case and lawsuit, which brings an element of volatility that typically makes Chris Ballard avoid such targets. Beyond Diggs, other veteran alternatives like Deebo Samuel and Keenan Allen remain available, each presenting different skill sets for our offensive needs. Let's be real. The idea of chasing Diggs solely because the front office showed interest in the controversial Terrion Arnold feels like a massive reach. I find it difficult to believe that legal uncertainty should be overlooked simply to fill a roster vacancy. While analysts and media outlets like SpotRack note his $13 million annual market value as a manageable figure for a one-year deal, we must weigh the distraction against the output. The way I see it, while our offense was productive last year, relying on a committee approach is safer than risking our team culture on a player facing serious legal issues. We should prioritize stability over chasing aging names, even if the temptation to secure a familiar talent is undeniably strong for our coaching staff. The decision to move on from Michael Pittman Jr. marks a clear shift in how our organization intends to construct this roster under Chris Ballard. By prioritizing cap flexibility to secure Alec Pierce and Daniel Jones, the front office is betting on a more balanced distribution of talent rather than relying on one primary target. This approach signals a multi-year plan to build a versatile offense that can adapt without overpaying for aging stars. Heading into the season, you should feel a sense of cautious optimism. While the loss of a proven commodity like Pittman creates uncertainty, the potential addition of a veteran like Stefon Diggs offers the kind of stability our younger receivers like Josh Downs and Dayon Burks need to develop properly. Diggs remains a productive asset with 1,013 receiving yards last year, and his ability to move across the formation provides Shane Steichen the tactical flexibility required to keep opposing defenses off balance. And honestly, the fact that the team showed intrigue in Terrion Arnold suggests that management is willing to look past personal off-field risk if they believe the player can help us win now. Investing roughly $13 million annually, according to SpotRack, for a short-term veteran fix could be the bridge we need to maintain our competitive window. We are in a transitional phase where the goal is maximizing our current talent while keeping the books clean for future growth. With that in mind, would you support signing Stefon Diggs on a one-year deal despite the ongoing legal concerns surrounding him? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. For the Shoe, I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned as we continue to break down all the latest developments happening across the league throughout this intense offseason period.